Hello, everyone, and welcome to Slippery People, a weekly series of interviews where I get to interact with multiple artists from Berlin in different walks of life. Many of them have graced the Sunday Slip stage, which is how I've been able to meet so many wonderful people. This evening, we have a very talented comedian, Kourosh. Kourosh.
Kourosh. Quite enough. I'll take it.
You'll
Thank
take
you.
it? Kourosh.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Very happy to be here. And I'm very happy that you asked me to do this, especially after the Sunday Slips. So I felt like I did a good job on stage.
Well, to be honest, we ask anybody who's done Sunday Slips.
Yeah, I've noticed. I watched the previous videos. I was like, I'm not special.
But you are quite special. And we crossed paths last night.
Yes.
Me finishing my show and you starting your late night show at the Wall Comedy Club. So that was a pretty cool night. I asked the same 3 questions to every artist, and then you can always ask me any questions. People mostly don't. But you can.
Yeah, I will.
How did you find out about Sunday Slips and our comedy community in Berlin?
So the first time I heard about Sunday Slips was 4 years ago when I started comedy, and like I didn't know about that many spots. And Sunday Slips used to be in another place where they had a foosball table and everything, and like people would come and hang out in the green room.
We had a foosball table downstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like
that was when Sunday Slips was at its height of decadence, and it was like a 5-hour fucking open mic.
Yeah. I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
The joy.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that I couldn't really come, because also I used to live far away from. I used to live in Spandau, so I couldn't really come on a Sunday and go commute all the way back. So
for the people who don't live in Germany, Spandau is BFE.
Suburbans, but not the good part.
It's just far.
Yeah, but then. I moved to Berlin, basically, inside the ring.
You're a city boy now.
Yeah, I'm a city boy now. And then I got the chance to come to the show. But I think I heard it from Justine and Dio multiple times. They were the comics who really told me that you gotta go there, you gotta see this, you gotta do this show.
You gotta wait to be number 38 on the lineup.
It's a different vibe, it's a different thing. And finally, I got the chance to do it for the first time. I had a show somewhere in Neukölln that got canceled. And I was like, let's see what Sunday Slips. And then I went there and I was like, fuck, this was way better than I expected. Like I had a great time. No, I loved the stage. I loved the barbell. I came to the Sum Crocodile as the first time I did it. So
so you didn't do the Lagari one?
No, I heard about it and everything, but like I didn't do that. So Sum Crocodile was the first place that I did.
Oh, nice. So post-pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. So it took me like 2.5 years to come to Slips after I started comedy.
Oh, nice.
No, listen. It was just like, I don't know why even.
I think that's actually a good thing. That means that there's enough spots available and people can just continue practicing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In the end, you end up going around your neighborhood unless you've got money to travel the city.
That's the thing. Like mostly like I would stay close to like, I don't know, Kreuzberg, Friedrichshain, because that was like go with the bike 10 minutes back and forth rather than going to Neukölln. But when I came the first time, I came the next week and the week afterwards. Yeah. So I didn't do Sunday Slips, let's say, like for the first 2.5 years. Then I did it like 3 weeks in a row because it was like the whole thing. I'm not going to be like complimenting that. I know this is your show. You give the very good vibe to all the acts, everyone who's there, no matter what they're doing, comedy, poetry, music.
People no matter how I feel.
People are always nice. Everyone is nice, and it's a good vibe. All the comics, and everyone is there. We're talking outside. We go in.
Do you find that there's a difference between the word nice and kind? Because I'll tell you something. I hate the word nice.
I don't like the word kind because there are not so many kind people, but there could be fakely nice people.
Fakely nice people bother me more than not kind people.
Yeah, but the problem is that we live in Germany, so fakely nice is what we get.
All right, you got me.
So yeah, that was the Sunday Slips story, I think.
Awesome.
From my side. Yeah.
What is next in your like plans? You've been doing comedy now. Your growth levels are very fast.
Oh, thank you very much. It was actually quite slow. Growth was fast in the last year more than the first 3 years. But I think people just need to figure out their thing on their own pace, and like I think for me it took a little longer.
I don't think that's quite long at all.
Oh, really? But
yeah,
like,
I think that's
we have so many talented people in the city.
Yeah, but
maybe
I think
that's
even the first, for me personally, I think the first 5 years that I started as a comic, I still hadn't really found that the truth of myself, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out, but I think it was the time that I got a little glimpse of it. I was like, okay, so this is how I should be, or this is how I should be looking or smiling, or don't have this face, do that face. And that
can you please give me an example of one of the faces you shouldn't be doing?
So I used to be like saying jokes, and I was like this. I was like, do you guys know? And I'm like, why this frown? Why, like, I'm talking about sex. Why am I frowning? Like, have you ever had sex? And I'm like, why are you sad about it? Like, angry about it? Just be happy, smile. Because with comedy, this is something that I also realized later on. That's why I'm saying, like, after the 3 years, it's all about, like, no matter if you have 5 people in the crowd or like 70, 80, 100, people can feel you. And it's the strangest thing ever, because we don't have any instrument or anything, right? So we can't just fuck around and they listen to that. It's you and the mic. They see you and they feel you more than you feel. They can sense the insecurity. They can sense you're like...
Oh, they feed off it.
Yeah, and oh, he's not looking. And they kind of judge you inside as well. They're like yeah, they're just like all, what do you say, all... psychologists sitting there, like, basically trying to figure you out, because like people come, I don't know, like you have had it as well, like come to you after the shows and they're like, was that joke real? Like, did you really do that and that? So they're trying to figure you out. Mm-hmm. And then if you don't have the right face,
you're like, yes, I always put babies in latex.
Here's one. Need some air.
Terrible. I mean, in the end, your body and your mind are your instrument.
Exactly, because we don't have anything else. It's a mic. Sometimes we don't even have a mic.
Wall, a mic.
Yeah. Sometimes there's not even a mic. It's just you.
It's just the unplugged mic with a cord.
Exactly. So it's a very nice thing when you find that thing. I haven't found it yet, but I see where it's supposed to be going, and I see a lot of other comics in the scene, my friends, that they have found it. Because they're working harder than me. That's basically...
It's a muscle. It's practice, and and you get into... Yeah.
And I'm very proud of that, and I see that it's very beautiful. It's just like seeing... Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. So what are your next projects?
So my plan is to just... I'm going to Barcelona to do comedy there for a few days. I like doing comedy.
Have you been to Barcelona?
This is the 3rd time I'm going.
Okay.
I love it. It's great. Like, I never thought... Like, because like I came from Iran to Europe, and I've been to colder countries mostly, and Barcelona was the first warm country that I went.
And you're like, I'm never leaving.
Yeah, I was like, wow, people are nice.
Oh yeah, warm country. People are like smiling.
Yeah, exactly. People are relaxed, chill, and
they smoke a lot of weed.
They made it legal there, so like I got a little chip. I go there and I just like get my cut that off.
No, keep it in. I want your family to see this.
And the comedy club that they have there is quite nice as well. The people who...
What's the name of the club?
Comedy Clubhouse, just Barcelona Comedy Clubhouse. And Michelle Wolf is there, so she's sometimes there. It's great. And like, they are hardworking people, and they're very nice. That's the thing. And whenever we go there, we feel like... It's like when out-of-town comics come to Berlin. I don't know, like sometimes we feel like, oh, there is something we want to watch, and other comedians also try to watch you. It's a nice feeling, you know. And then if you do good, basically, that's the bar for them, because they haven't seen you bomb. Like, in Berlin, I do this like for 4 years. I cannot count the times that I've bombed in front of everyone. At the same time, I've done great in front of everyone, but you're not going to remember those great parts, because we see good and bad all the time. But when you go around, if you do well, that's what they remember. Yeah. And that's what I try to do.
I mean, people just remember the last time you saw you. Exactly, it doesn't matter if you did great before and then you bomb, or you bomb and then do great. They always just remember the last. You're only as good as your last gig.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a very New York City style of thinking, but it's just like, if you haven't done anything in 3 months, then who are you?
Exactly. So my plan is to just go around Europe, because we are, in the end, like at the moment, we are European comics, right? So my plan is just to go around Europe, introduce myself to people, show them that
the Iranian European comic.
No, just show them like this is what I'm doing or this is what I can do. And comedy is all about connections in the end.
Yeah,
Comedy
absolutely.
is all about connections. And then,
it's an industry where, and nowadays with social media, it's all about connections.
And I think we are the industry of the Europe comedy, believe it or not. Like in 10 years, we are going to be the pioneers. Like you have been doing this longer. Imagine like you could be sitting on the throne up there like,
look at this. Oh my God. I could be. Do you know what I do for a living? I'm going to get my man puppy to bite you.
But yeah, so like, this is the chance that we have now, and it's a pretty thing that is happening.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for sure. And it's been growing. I mean, when I first got here, there was only one show a night, maybe 3 nights a week. That's 10 years ago. So it's
yeah.
And now looking at everything that you've done, you came from Iran, you became a comic. I don't know what you were before, but probably a scientist.
I'm still a scientist because I still need to pay the bills.
Your hair says scientist.
But my plan is to just retire from that at some point when I can just take.
You're like if the guy from Back to the Future was young and brown.
You know what's the problem? I haven't even seen Back to the Future, but I can't see the reference.
You should. We should make an ethnic retake of Back to the Future. Back to the Future was set in Iran. Oh God.
Usually people say you look like the Iranian Sideshow Bob, so that's.
I like my reference better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying if anyone knows Simpsons, you know, I didn't know Back to the Future. Oh, look at all the cameras.
What would you tell your younger self, like looking at life and how many wonderful things you've done and how difficulties and things, like what would you tell younger Kourosh?
Good job, honestly.
Yeah,
honestly, good job. I cannot imagine what I've achieved in the past 7 years that I've been living outside of Iran, and it's an incredible journey, and it's just beginning.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, I'm just looking for. I would say just maybe relax a little more because I did everything. I always want to just do everything. Finish this, do it perfectly, complete it. So that's why I did like studies, do the science.
You had the checklist, like
exactly.
Was marriage on there?
No, never. No, that's the one thing that I never had that, and my parents, luckily, even though they're like Middle Eastern parents, they never had that.
They were not. They never.
No, they're like because
they're like he has genitalia of a male. He can do whatever he wants.
No, they do the same with my sister as well because my parents lived in.
Congratulations to your parents.
Yeah. Well, they lived in Germany for a while, so they have like really
broader
change. Yeah,
thoughts.
they had a brother, so like they were like just go around, like, and that's why they tried
to travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Travel.
So that's why they sent like me and my sister send their kids around like outside of Iran. They're like, just go fucking live, do your shit, do whatever.
Good. That's amazing. That's good parenting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I tell them.
Tell them to watch the show. All right. Well, we're gonna share a small video clip of Kourosh. Oh, I'm trying my best. Performing, and hopefully you'll like him and you can follow him on social media. Also, we'll see you again at Sunday Slips. Whenever you decide to show up to sign up, don't fucking message me.
This Sunday, I'm coming actually.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Sweet. And that would be tomorrow for those people who don't know what day it is, which would be me. We are at the fabulous Wave Dot Studios. Check them out. They're in Lichtenberg, green screen studios, amazing place to work. And we're so lucky to have you today. Thank you, Kourosh.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here as well. Thank you for having me.
I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, I take it. Hi everyone, happy to be here. My name is Kourosh. I come from Iran. Woohoo! Yeah, fuck you guys. Work on yourself. Actually, I learned that my name has a meaning in Hungarian. I didn't know that. I was doing comedy in Budapest for the first time, and after the first show, this Hungarian girl came and talked to me. She was like, "Hey, do you know what your name means in Hungarian? Do you know what Kourosh means in Hungarian?" I was like, "No, what does it have a Hungarian laughing at it?" I was like, "What does it mean?" She said it means fucker. I was like, "Excuse me, like a motherfucker?" She said, no, a fucker, a person who fucks a lot. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense now, actually. Because before the show, I introduced myself to this other Hungarian girl at the bar, the first ever Hungarian girl I met in my life. She already got it. I walked up to her, I was like, hey, how are you doing? I'm Kourosh. She looked at me up and down and she went, I don't think so. It hurts my feeling when you clap for that.